Hey friends, welcome back to Jenny Food and My Kitchen. I am craving my favorite food. If you've been watching this channel for any length of time, you know that favorite food is a good salad. I love a good salad. And today I'm going to show you how I make one of my favorite fall inspired salads. I'm talking roasted Brussels sprouts are the star of the show. We're going to add some cranberries, some chicken, some bacon, and I'm going to show you how I make a maple balsamic vinaigrette to go on top of that. I'm hungry. Let's get making this wonderful salad. Friends, the base of today's salad is going to be some romaine lettuce, although I have swapped this out in the past for spring mix, which kind of just feels a little bit fancier, but today this is what I have, so this is what we're going to use. Now, on top of that, I've already prepped up my Brussels sprouts. I went ahead and I chopped those and I drizzled them with a little bit of olive oil, added a little bit of salt and pepper, and I roasted those off in a 400-degree oven for about 22 minutes. And they still have just a little bit of a bite to them, which is perfect for a salad. You don't really want them super mushy, so leave just a little bit of chew to those. And then next, I also went ahead and I roasted off some chicken. I just simply cut those in half, drizzled those with a little bit of olive oil, and then salt, pepper, roasted those off in the oven. Since they were cut in half, it took about 22-23 minutes as well. And then on the stove, I went ahead and I cooked some bacon, which I have here now chopped, so we have that. And then of course we have some cranberries, some pepitas, and then we are going to also add some apple to that and a little bit of cheese, which I will get out in just a minute. So let's put those salads together. Now I am going to make these salads. I'm going to meal prep these salads. So I have like 3 bowls, and then I have tonight's dinner bowl here as well. So once I get everything chopped, I will show you how I add all of this together into my bowls. So let's just start by quickly chopping up our romaine. And I will just kind of chop this up in chunks, and I like to just give it a swipe and then give it maybe 2 more so that I have pieces, because we're going to have so much going on. I don't want to have to cut my salad to eat it. All right, so there's a little for today and a little for tomorrow in bowl number 1. And then this one should be good for bowl number 2 and bowl number 3. And like I said, spring mix works wonderful. You can also mix the two if you have a little bit of spring mix left that you want to use up, or you just want to buy a smaller bowl of spring mix and then just mix romaine and spring mix. That would work well too. So there is bowl number 2 and bowl number 3. All right, I am going to chop this apple. Now I am just going to take what I think I need for today's salad. I am just going to take that, and then I will go ahead and leave these in pieces. And then as I eat those other salads, I will go ahead and chop more of this. And you can slice it into thin slices, or you can, I'm just going to chop this into small chunks. That kind of seems to be the theme today. All right, we are ready to build our salads. Now, this is my today's salad. I am going to go ahead and on that nice bed of lettuce, I am going to add my chicken first. So I just roasted that off and chopped it. And then I will just add the remaining of that chicken to these other bowls. And this salad is so nice. I mean, it's so good. I used to make this for a family that I did meal prep for back in the day. And this was one of her favorite salads that I used to make. So to that, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to add our Brussels sprouts. And again, I'm just kind of split what I have into 4. put these in this salad. And you could also, if you don't like Brussels sprouts, but you do like butternut squash, you can absolutely substitute butternut squash in place of these roasted Brussels sprouts. That would be a perfectly good swap. I'm going to go ahead and add my apple to my tonight salad. And you can see, oh, this is just going to be delicious. All right. And then we'll go in with our cranberries. It's going to give us a little pop of sweetness with each bite. So I will add these to the other salads. And the beauty of this is that if I am going to be working outside the home, or I have a few things I have to do this week outside the home, so I probably will take one of these salad with me just so that I don't have to stop for food. All right, now on with our bacon. This looks so good. Bacon in our other ones. Bacon in that one. All right, next I have our feta cheese. So I am just going to go ahead and I am going to add that feta right on top of all of the salads. This looks so good. I can't wait for my dinner. My mouth is like watering. And then lastly, I'm just going to add our pepitas, which are roasted pumpkin seeds. If you prefer something like pecans, you can always add pecans. I just like something a little nutty or that adds just a little bit of crunch at the end. All right, friends, and there you have it. There is our fall roasted Brussels sprout, chicken, bacon, cranberry, feta, pepita, and apple salad. That screams fall, don't you think? It looks so good. All right, the last thing we are going to do is I am going to make this vinaigrette. Now, we are going to make a maple balsamic vinaigrette, which is just very simple. I've got about 1/3 of a cup of olive oil. And to that, we are going to add about 1/4 of a cup of, balsamic vinegar, and 1/4 of a cup of that real maple syrup. And then lastly, we're going to add just a little bit of Dijon mustard, and that's going to help to not only emulsify this dressing, but it's going to help cut a little bit of that sweetness from the maple syrup. So give that a shake. And then we're just going to check that for seasonings. Let me see if we need anything else or if that's pretty balanced. That is perfect. Yum, yum, yum. Fortunately for me, it is dinner time, so I am not only going to taste this, I'm going to eat this. All right, I'm just going to pour a little bit into this so I don't make a mess here. And then I just like to go ahead and drizzle that all over my salad. And then we will give this a taste. All right, friends, time for the taste test. This looks so good and it smells so good. Going in. Yum. Right off the bat, I get a little bit of that chicken and apple and bacon and feta. And with that maple vinaigrette, it just feels like fall. This is such a good salad. One of my favorites. I'm so glad to share it with you. You could always leave that chicken off, put that in a large bowl and layer it. And that is perfect for a Thanksgiving or a Christmas table. That's how special this tastes. Friends, I hope you make this salad. I hope you like it. I hope you add it to your fall repertoire. We'll see you next time. Bye for now. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. Let me get a roasted Brussels sprout here. Come here, you. Yeah, get away.